All right, so still on the subject of trades, I want to talk about Buddy Hield. I think Buddy played phenomenal tonight. The Kings have really leaned on him offensively this season. He's been shooting the ball really, really well. 3 more threes tonight. We saw him break Peja's record just a couple games ago. But he goes through this, right? He plays good. He plays bad. He's hot. He's cold. Mm-hmm. He turns the ball over. What was it? The first game, no turnovers. The next game, like 5 turnovers. So he's not very consistent, and that's something that a young team like the Kings need is consistency. I saw an article this morning about Buddy Hield being possibly traded, and I want to talk about some of these scenarios. And then, Cal, you can let me know which one you like best. And I'd love to hear from all you. Let me know in the comments or in the chat how you feel about this as well. So, trade proposal number 1. Kings, Pacers. Buddy Hield to the Pacers. Kings receive TJ Warren, Jeremy Lamb, and the Pacers 2023 first-round draft pick.
Yes. Yes, do that deal right now. Are you kidding me?
Trade proposal number 2. Kings, Thunder. Thunder receive Buddy Hield. Kings receive Lou Dort, Isaiah Roby, Los Angeles Clippers 2022 first-round draft pick, and Oklahoma City's 2022 second-round draft pick.
Okay.
And deal number 3, Washington Wizards, Sacramento Kings. Wizards receive Buddy Hield. Kings receive Davis Bertans, Denny Advia, and the Wizards' 2025 first-round draft pick.
Wow.
I don't know if this article was written by a Kings fan or not, because most of these deals seem to favor the Sacramento Kings, but it's posted by Clutch Points. Let's talk about it.
Well, first and foremost, Buddy Hield makes a fairly decent amount of money. So any deal involving him is either going to have to involve another big name player because they're going to make that much money as well, or you're going to be getting more in return for Buddy in order to match those salaries. So that makes sense to me from just a numbers standpoint. I would actually really think about all of those deals. The Oklahoma City Thunder one is probably my least favorite, even though I really like Lou Dort, what he brings defensively. And we even saw last year him kind of explode offensively. He had a few games where I think he hit 6 or 7 threes, scored 30 points. Do I think he's that good of a player offensively on a night-to-night basis? Probably not. But I really like the Indiana deal. TJ Warren, to me, would be the perfect fit on this team because what's one of the things that we've said the Kings are lacking right now? It's another, quality wing player that they can count on. He's a two-way player. He'll give you defense and offense. We saw him in the bubble a couple years ago go crazy and score a ton of points. So I really, really like that deal. If that was actually on the table, I would have no problems with the Kings doing that one. The Wizards deal is an interesting one, too. Denny Avdia was a very high draft pick last year, struggled in his rookie year. I think playing a full season in the NBA really helped him get a lot more comfortable. He's looked a lot better this year, and the Wizards are actually surprising a lot of people. They've had a really good start. They're playing great defense themselves. I still would have to say out of all those, the Indiana deal is my favorite, but I would consider the Washington deal as well.
I really like all 3 deals. I think I'd be happy with any of those deals, but I think I personally like the Thunder deal the best. I really like Lou Dort. I think he brings more defense to this team, which is exactly what they need, and he's been shooting the ball really well too. And as somebody mentioned in the comments here, it has the Clippers pick next year, 2022, Clippers first-round pick. Clippers are 1-3 right now. They're not looking very good. They lost Patrick Beverley. Kawhi Leonard's out for an extended period of time. So if you're trying to build a Kings roster, you need to add more talent.
Yeah.
I like Lou Dort over Buddy Hield. I like having 2 draft picks, 2 first-round picks next year, either to draft a guy or maybe Then in turn, I could flip Marvin Bagley and maybe this pick, maybe our pick as well, and hopefully get another good player.
Yeah,
but
hard to argue with that. All like you said, all three of those deals I think have a lot of pieces and things to like. If you're a Sacramento Kings fan, to me, I just don't think you can really waste an opportunity to get a starting quality forward like TJ Warren in return. I'm not even sure who would start then. You might start him and Harrison Barnes together with Tyrese and De'Aaron Fox. That would be a really nice lineup.
I was just about to ask you that question. I know TJ Warren played amazing in the bubble, right? They talked about the Suns giving up on him, him going to Indiana, and him playing phenomenal ball. So I'm a big fan of TJ Warren. I like his game a lot. But I'd probably put him in the 3, and I'd probably have HB at the 4. I think Harrison Barnes is a little bit stronger. I think he's a little bit more physical. I think he'd be better on the defensive end of the floor playing that 4 position.
Yeah, I also like him coming off the bench too. I mean, that's what Buddy Hield is doing right now.
Yep.
That keeps that bench lineup incredibly high up, in terms of depth. You could still start a guy like Mo Harkless to play alongside Harrison Barnes. You get a little bit more length and a bigger body defensively to start the game. And then you have guys like Davion Mitchell and TJ Warren come in off the bench. So you can keep that defense and offense flowing. I think there's a lot of options there that the Kings would have.
The Sacktown Breakdown has got some good comments here in the chat. They say, LOL, fans don't trade players to other fans' franchise. Would be funny if they did, though. Totally agree. Maybe in the future, huh?
Perhaps.
I remember there was, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I remember the Kings were holding a contest. The winner got to go in the Kings draft room and help them select their next draft pick. I don't remember how that ended up. They're probably not in charge.
I'd also like to see how much they helped make that selection.
Yeah, exactly. And they said, without Buddy, our bench scoring would be lacking. We would want to trade Buddy's contract for Berton's contract. Shake my head. This was written by someone who just wants to trade Buddy. Not realistic, LOL. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. But, getting a guy like Denny as well, adding more talent to this team, that's what you do as a GM, is you just try and add talent. You do what you can to add talent. Davis Bertans is not a bad player either.
He's a great shooter.
Great shooter, just like Buddy Hield.
Shooter, yeah.
And a little bit bigger, too. All right, so